Good afternoon. At this time, I would invite you to silence your cell phones. And if you have any beautiful balloons that are flying nice and high, please put those underneath your chairs. Today's ceremony will be videotaped. If you call the East High School office, they can tell you how much and where you can order these upon completion of the services today. So please keep your flash photography to a minimum. Please rise as we welcome our graduates of the class of 2014. Graduates, please stand. Please remain standing as First Sergeant Jamila Gibbs leads the JROTC cadets in the presentation of colors.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. O'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please be seated. Dr. Badams, school board members, parents, friends, and fellow classmates, welcome to the commencement services of the class of 2014. Today is the last day of our journey through high school. As you look back over the last 4 years, I hope that you have happy memories over the East High School halls. The call of duty is now over. I would like to thank principals, especially Mr. Smith, for making our high school career here at East one of the most challenging and rewarding experiences of our lives. Mr. Smith knows us all by names, whether we have success on the field, in the classroom, on the track, or on the stage. He knows. And he always took the time personally to let us know. He encouraged us in the halls to get to class and try our best. He let us know when we didn't follow the rules, and he congratulated us when we made improvements. As we receive our diplomas today, we are celebrating our accomplishments. Wherever you go from here, remember, once a warrior, always a warrior. Go Warriors.
Sorry, I'll just introduce myself. Good evening, parents, family, and friends. I'd like to welcome our distinguished guests with us today, Dr. Badams, Mrs. Sadali, Dr. Smith, Mrs. Alexandrovich, and Mr. Spiegel, who will be graduating you tonight. This afternoon, I should say. I'd like this time to acknowledge all the teachers and staff from East High School that are here today. If you could all just please raise your hand, stand up, and take an applause, please. All the staff from East High School, please stand. Thank you. I would also like to wish Mr. Bifocal, Mr. Chinaki, Mr. Hauser, Mr. Kashok, and Mrs. Mead a very happy and joyous retirement, and thank you for all you did for East High School. It is with great honor that I present to you the East High class of 2014. The graduating class of 2014 has achieved numerous accolades. Obviously, way too many for me to highlight or single out. Suffice to say that I believe that the vast majority of you strove to work to your potential, reached high, set your goals, and for the most part, you not only achieved them, but in fact, surpassed them. This is a 90-second commencement ceremony for East High School. The graduation is an ending to your high school career, but it is the beginning of the rest of your life. Nelson Mandela once said, "Education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world." As you stand on the brink of moving into life beyond East High School, change will be inevitable. Your journey started 12 years ago. During that time, you couldn't wait for this day to come. Well, it goes fast. The friendships, memories, and good times will forever be etched in your mind. The obstacles that a lot of you overcame throughout the 4 years here will prepare you for life beyond what you can ever imagine. After tonight, you become a member of the real world, a world that's run by adults that you will now be a part of. Expecting the world to treat you fairly because you are good is like expecting the bull not to charge you because you're a vegetarian. You need to take that bull by the horns and turn it into what you want out of life. I hope that you use the knowledge you gained at East High School to be a leader in your new world and to treat people fairly. So ladies and gentlemen, as you face and tackle the inevitable changes, hold true to yourself. Remember to hold on to your value system, your work ethic, and most important, your humanity. It's these qualities that will guide you further on your journey. Today's achievements will fade and be forgotten. The applause that you're going to hear today will become a distant memory. All your certificates and awards will go on a shelf or in a drawer, gather dust. But you will always be remembered if you're caring, if you're helping people, for making someone feel special and appreciated, and for being the kind of person that others enjoy being with. I hope you remember those special teachers, counselors, coaches, and administrators who encouraged and supported you throughout your years at East High School. Many of you would not be here without them helping you. A lot of them are here today, and they're not here because I made them come. They're here because of you, and they're here because they care about you, and they'll always care about you. As you leave us now, please remember what it means to have East High Warrior pride. Keep your head up, no matter what happens, and always be proud to be a warrior. Remember, there's always a place for you at East High School. Thank you. At this time, I'd like to bring up our Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Jay Badams.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Thanks. I want everybody to stay awake. Now, this is really a joyous occasion, and it's really interesting. The last 3 graduations that preceded today, I've been very interested to know who's out there in the audience, and it's a very interesting perspective and a very different one for those of us who have the good fortune of sitting on the stage to see all the graduates ready, anxious, excited, joyful, and then to see all the people that are here to support them. And as we watch that over the course of the last few days, it dawns on me that we're all here for the same thing, the same ceremony, commencement, graduation, but we all have a different perspective on it. Some of the folks on the stage have been through 30, 40 of these since they've been here with Erie's Public Schools. Our teachers who are here supporting the students that they've been such a vital part of shaping, it's a culmination for them. It's a culmination of an annual, end of their hard work in helping to prepare these young people for life after high school. And for you, the parents out there, some of you are probably graduating your babies, your firstborn. How many out there? Firstborn. Not that many, it sounds like. How many are here to graduate a second, third, fourth, or fifth child? All right. All right. So this is not something new to you, but again, we have our children, they're babies, we wish great things for them, and then you blink your eyes, literally, and here we are at graduation ceremony. Even though I know it feels like an eternity to those of you who are dressed in crimson right now, for us, it's so fast. And so tonight, this afternoon, I really would ask that even though this is a 90 minutes, 60 minute ceremony, drink it in. Enjoy it right now for the moment that it is. And I won't even enter into the discussion or debate about whether this is an end or a beginning. It's both. But it's a really special, special night. And you won't remember a word that I say, but you will remember each other. You'll remember just the feeling that, we made it. And you'll also remember that sort of anticipation of all the wonderful things that lie ahead for you. So please take a deep breath and just enjoy this moment. So what I'd like to share with you, rather than discussing whether this is an end or a beginning, is really rather, I'd like to thank you. I first want to thank your parents and all of your supporters and friends who are here, really for trusting us, trusting Erie's public schools, trusting East High School with the education of your sons and daughters. Thank you. And I would like to ask our graduates to thank you as well. Thank you for helping us to get here tonight. And I would like to add to Mr. Smith's acknowledgement of the fine staff at East High School, everyone who has helped to teach these students as well as to help to shape them into young men and women ready for graduation tonight. So let's hear it for the staff at East High School. So thank you as well. But most importantly, I want to thank you sitting right here in the front. Thank you. Thank you not only for what you've done in all the hard work that has led to your graduation tonight. Thank you for working with us, being partners with us in your education. But what I'd really like to thank you for, and I'd like to thank you on behalf of not just everyone else in this room besides the class of 2014, but thank you for what you will do. Even though many of you have no clue what lies ahead, thank you in advance for all the wonderful things you will do. We will be relying on you. And again, not just those of us in this room celebrating with you today. All of us, our community will be relying on you to improve our community. Our country will be relying on you to help continue the growth of our economy, to help to continue to protect our nation, to invent things, to help be our doctors and nurses, and take care of us as we age. I've kind of toned it down since the first graduation this week, but I drew my inspiration as I mentally prepared for graduation this year, not from famous poets or philosophers, but from the United States Social Security Administration's actuarial tables that give a chart of life expectancies. And I noted that at my age, I can look forward to maybe 27 more years on average, which is kind of a sobering thought. But you, at age 18, if you're 18, at least the ladies here can look forward to at least 64 more years on average. And gentlemen, I'm sorry to tell you, you have about 58. I don't think that those numbers will apply to this particular class. You will far exceed those numbers. Those are just averages. But if you think about it, that's 60 more years, 70 maybe even 80 more years as healthcare continues to advance and as you continue your healthy lifestyles. That's a long time. So enjoy tonight, this afternoon, savor this afternoon, live in this moment for a little while, but also be keenly aware that this is just one milestone, one big milestone. one that your parents and your friends that are here to support you have shared before, who would probably agree with me when I say that this is certainly a culmination of some of the best years of your life, but these are nowhere near the best years of your life. There's so much more ahead of you. Someday, some of you will be holding your first child in your hands. You'll be watching them graduate. You may raise a family. You may get a wonderful job. Wonderful things will happen. You may survive terrible tragedies and live through them and survive and grow and learn from them. And there'll be more and more and more best days of your life. I wish that for you. I want to thank you again for all that you have done and all that you will do for all of us. And again, share Mr. Smith's wishes for the East High School Warriors, class of 2014. May all the best things in life come to you, and thanks again. Now it's my sincere privilege to introduce our next speaker and your valedictorian, Alina Quach. Nice to meet you.
Thank you, Dr. Badams. Welcome, administration, friends, family, and above all, welcome, class of 2014. First, I would like to thank my family for their love and support, but also, I'd like to dedicate a moment to my teachers. Although I owe so much of who I am today to you, and although you deserve so much more than I could offer in words, thank you so much for everything. I have not experienced enough in my short life to tell you all the key to success. Besides, that is something we all must discover for ourselves. However, I guess I did learn something in the past 4 years to offer you all a few words to ponder. Graduates, as you continue your journey, it is important to remember the significance of making choices that define who you are. As young adults, we are forced to consider many variables to determine the course of our lives. Thus, it is far too easy to be blinded by fear when considering factors such as the job market, starting salaries, the weight of college tuition debt, and the uncertainties of adulthood. Although these factors are important, they too often come second to happiness and fulfillment of our personal life endeavors. Do not allow these hurdles to prevent you from achieving your hopes and dreams, because if you don't try, you will never know how much you're really worth. Think about that for a moment. If you don't try, you will never know how much you are worth. Your motivation to succeed must be greater than your fear of failing. I'm not telling you this because I think you all lack courage. I'm telling you this because right now, I know that time seems infinite. We feel as if we have all the time in the world to become the person that we are meant to be. But the truth is, if you continue to make choices based on your fears, all you will ever be is afraid. There is a poem by T.S. Eliot called The Love Song of J. Alfred Prufrock, and it reads, there will be time, to prepare a face to meet the faces that you meet, and time for all the works and days of hands that lift and drop a question on your plate. And time yet for 100 indecisions, and for 100 visions and revisions. And indeed, there will be time to wonder, do I dare, and do I dare? When I read this poem, I began to understand the irony of it, because in reality, time is not infinite, and one day there will no longer be time for you to wonder if you should pursue your dreams. I wish for us all to look back into our lives 50 years from now and be proud of ourselves for facing our fears and daring to become the successful person that we've always wanted to be. Do not look into your future blinded by the struggles you will encounter, but the challenges that you will all surmount. As mentioned before, your choices define who you are, not your fears. So make the smart choices that East High School has taught you to make, and be this courageous person that I know you all are. So congratulations, graduates, and no matter where your journey takes you, may you conquer your fears each and every day. Patrick Leva will now say a few words to the class.
Thank you for that wonderful speech, Elena. I'll keep mine short, simple, and to the point. Elena mentioned in her speech that by allowing fear to dictate life's decisions, we will never be able to live a fulfilling life of true happiness. Well, graduates, as you make these choices in life, I would also like for you to remember that you are warriors, East warriors. And our time at East has taught us an important lesson. And that is always have faith in yourself, no matter if you are winning or losing, and especially when no one else does. Muhammad Ali said that it's lack of faith that makes people afraid of meeting challenges. And I believe in myself. Elena embodies the idea by having faith in herself. Combine that with her hard work ethic, she was able to achieve her goal of being accepted to the University of Pittsburgh, main campus. Another fellow graduate, for example, took an AP class, did every single assignment and exams just to better himself. He didn't even need the credit. There are many similar stories among our graduating class, and I'd like for you to all take a moment to think about everything you've faced and how far you've come. My fellow graduates, please give yourselves a round of applause for your achievements. Not only did the student body face many difficult challenges, but so did the East High staff. In JRTC, our Colonel and First Sergeant struggled against cancer while trying to run JRTC and all our extensive events. They won that battle against cancer and are cancer-free. They fought the battle of their lives. But their warrior spirit and faith in themselves kept them strong. You should all be extremely proud of yourselves, warriors, because sometimes it is not easy to have faith. There are people that do not realize that East High School is so much more than the eye meets. Many people doubted us. They were wrong to do so. They don't know how much we really are worth. But that's okay, because we are warriors, underdogs, and no one will ever completely destroy our faith. The student body and faculty of East embody the essence of the school mascot, and we never give up. I hope these traits carry into the future lives for every single one of you. Thank you for coming and your time. Mr. Dennis Karner, Senior Class Advisor, will be introducing graduates.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It's my honor to recognize the students that are in front of you and some of the amazing achievements that they've earned. There are over 24 students who have received over $500,000 in total in scholarships towards their future education. It's a pretty substantial number for a small group of students. So I applaud you. For specific details about those scholarships, I need you to look at page 7 in your bulletin, and it'll describe each student and what scholarships they've received. It is now my pleasure and honor to introduce the school board member who will be giving the first diploma to one of you tonight, and that individual he'll announce here in a second. Mr. Tom Spagel is one of our school board members. He's also an Erie businessman. His whole heart and soul resides within you guys. He makes an investment daily in your lives. He volunteers his time to work hard to make sure that your education is the best that it can be. So at this time, I'd like to introduce Mr. Tom Spagel.
It is my absolute pleasure to be here today to share this exciting day with you. Just 29 years ago today, I was sitting where you are, listening to some guy speak, rambling on about whatever, you know, and I know you have a lot of exciting things ahead of you, so I'm just so excited to be here with you. And I remember high school very clearly. I loved high school, but I loved graduating even better. It was such an accomplishment. I was so pleased that I was able to do that from East High. When I graduated from East High, I truly felt as if I was prepared for whatever life had to throw at me. I really did, and I still feel that today. Right after graduation, I went into the military, and I learned the lesson at East High of how to deal with other people that were not exactly just like me, and I used that all through my military time. When I went to college, I really remember being intimidated when I had my very first class. It happened to be a calculus class. I was at Gannon, and I was sitting with a bunch of kids from prep. I was like, oh my God, how am I going to compete with these kids from prep? I went to East. Well, I learned the lessons of hard work, of paying attention, and following through at East High. And that lesson not only helped me go through college, but it gave me the confidence that I was able to compete with kids from prep or wherever else that I was with. And I remember that to this day. When I got into the work world, I got married, had children. You have a lot going on eventually. And I relied on the lessons of balance that I learned at East. While I was at East, again, I loved high school. That's where my friends were. That's where sports were. That's where the girls were, of course. I love school. And you had to be able to balance all of that. You had to balance sports. You had to balance your classes. You had to balance family issues. You have a lot going on. And as you continue in your life, continue that balance. You have to work. Eventually you'll go to college, you'll go to the military, you'll go to work, whatever it is you do, but please make sure to balance enough fun in your life. No matter what you do, just enjoy your life and have fun. And I love to be able to tell you that I remember every class that I took at East. To be honest, I barely remember any of them, any at all, to be honest. But I remember the lessons that I learned that's been able to help me to be successful in my life. I just am so proud to be here with you guys. I love to be in a position and tell people, hey, where'd you go to high school? It happens all the time. Just last night I was hanging out with some friends. Where'd you go to school? Where'd you go to school? I'm so proud to say that I'm an East High Warrior, that I graduated from East High. And I'm also very proud that you all will be graduating. So at this point, let's graduate. Okay. So by the power duly vested in me as a member of the Board of School Directors of the City of Erie, and upon the certification by the Superintendent of Schools, Dr. J. Badams, and the Principal of East High School, Mr. James Smith, that the members of this senior class have been satisfactorily completed the requirements for a diploma as determined by the local Board of Directors in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. I hereby declare the members of this class of 2014 of East High School officially graduated. I am so very honored to present this diploma to the class valedictorian of this class, representing all members of this class. Elena Quash, it is my pleasure to present you with this diploma, which certifies you have completed your high school training. Congratulations to you and all of your fellow members, fellow East High Warriors. Congratulations.
Now for the exciting part of the evening, seeing these young men and women receive the piece of paper that they're all hoping they received. At this time, if I could have the first front row stand, please. Lift it up. Our first student for the evening, Iman Abdul Hussain. Narayan Achari, summa cum laude, Honors Academy. Goma Adhikari. Mamta Adhikari. Abbas Al-Musawi. Miriam Altamimi, cum laude. Isabel Amen, cum laude, Honors Academy. Leticia Aranda. Marmikia Nicole Arrington, Honors Academy. Gufran Aziz. Kevin Baessa. Caitlin Barth, cum laude, Honors Academy, member of the National Honor Society.
I made it!
Hawa Bashir. Gopal Basnet. Sharia Bender Mathis. Emmanuel Burhane. Berket Burhi. Trinika Nadeja Buckner. Kamal Budakawi, cum laude. Arkady Burdak, summa cum laude, high honors, Honors Academy, and salutatorian. Tavari Carr. Tanka Chimpange. Sebastian Shanowski. Allison Kohik, cum laude, Honors Academy. Janisa Lakora Cooley. Taraya Cooley. Julie Beth Cordero. Louis Cruz. Chandra Dahal. Min Dang, cum laude. Sevilla Dastanova. Darius Davis. Justin Diner. Felix De Leon, Honors Academy. Vishnu Damal. Rohit Damal. Nukuveri Dikuna. Derica Forever Elverton. Kevin Flemings. Phoebe Haikamu. Donald Fromneck. LaShonda Marie Gaines Ferguson. Katya Garnica, Honors Academy. Anthony Maurice Gates. Chelsea Gibbs. Alicia Gillespie. Patrick Galiba, magna cum laude, Honor Academy, National Honor Society. Shardana Lachey Gowdy. Nika Garung. Prakash Garung. Rajkumar Garung. Rita Garung. Tirtha Garung, cum laude. Mariah Hammer, cum laude, Honors Academy. Tyler Hammerman. Khalif Hassan. Yosef Hassan. Dejanir Champagne Hooks. Samantha Hortzman, summa cum laude, high honors, Honors Academy, and National Honor Society. Jamie Horwath. Leslie Elise Howes. Tori Marjay Hubbard. Daisy Hurtado. Sori Ibrahim. Rasul Jazim. Diamond Jarissa Johnson. Jasmine Anna Marie Johnson. Tykees Johnson. Henry Jones Jr. Jamila Jones. Danielle Elizabeth Jude. Esra Camber, magna cum laude, Honors Academy, National Honor Society. Kiza Kashindi. Ansha Kelashova. Madma Kadka. Rabin Kadka. Shiva Kadka. Ambika Kanal, cum laude. Bagi Karawada. Upendra Karawada. Saraswati Korala, cum laude. Prem Kukel, Honors Academy. Afi Lawson. Marshawn Leggett. Rhonda Lossie. Insan Luai. Natisha Lucas Thrower. Deo Magar. Hardy D. McCullum II, Honor Society, National Honors Academy. Deaja McLaurin. Lavon Miller. Giovanna Moffitt. Nina Monger. Raquana Marie Morgan. Tishar Moss. Samuel Monroe, cum laude, Honors Academy. Isha Mustaf. Faria Muya. Damber Kuman Napani. Jarrell Marquise Nelson. Ganga Niapani. Jumana Niapani. Nara Niapani, magna cum laude, Honors Academy, National Honor Society. Dezan Newby. Jaden Ocasio. Consuela O'Neill. Kintin U, cum laude. Andre Overton. Abai Pandy. Kem Pandy. Anthony Lee Pearson. Marissa Ray Pike. DeAndre Scotty Plott. Laura Prindle. Nyajane Pulliam. Alina Quach, summa cum laude, high honors, Honors Academy, National Honor Society, and valedictorian. Sharia Quinn. Taylor Quirk, Honors Academy. Arpan Rai. Indra Rai. Manuka Rai. Susma Rai. Tamia Lachelle Rickert, summa cum laude, high honors, Honors Academy, National Honor Society. Natisha Roberts. Sandra Marie Rodriguez Mercado, cum laude. Hannah Roseberry, cum laude, honors, and Honors Academy. Brittany Roth. Caitlin Michelle Rowe. Martina LaShawn Sanders. Liliana Santiago. Jonathan Santiago Manning. Samantha Seraphine. Joshua David Smith. Kayla Smith. Jay Sobchek. Tayana Spearman. Alim Stallworth. Tika Devi Subedi. Tika Maya Subedi. Aaron Sutton. Bina Tamang. Kumari Tamang. Cum laude. Devasia Tate. Dawakar Thapa. Basu Dev Timasina, cum laude. Yashoda Timasina, magna cum laude, Honors Academy. Brittany Trojanovich. Tronika Ties. Elizabeth Van Orsdale. Dejanique Wallace. Nia Winzakowski. Angeria Williams. Eddie Williams. Jalissa Williams. Lester Jammer Young, Jr. Yes. At this time, I'd like the graduates and the audience to please rise. This next step represents to you all an outward sign of your accomplishment. This is the honorable moving your tassel from one side to the other. Everybody this time move from right to left. Move your tassels from the right to the left. This indicates to everybody around you that you have succeeded and you have graduated. Please remain standing for the singing of our school's alma mater. What's that? You have a crew coming up.
They're supposed to.
Okay. Those that are helping Mr. Omer, come on up. Just two?
Well, I expected more, but all the chicken ones aren't coming up.
You want to sing?
You may search through the whole wide country, every city, every state, from the Northland to the Southland of our Union strong and great. You will find no school that's finer, measured by what test you may. And it's our old school, our dear East High, we hail with pride today. Then to East High, our alma mater, do we pledge loyal hearts and true. May we ever keep the dear name unspotted, and the colors in solid too. May the scarlet and gray float for us, keep us onward from day to day. Then give 3 cheers for our East High, 3 cheers for the scarlet and gray.
At this time, we'll begin our processional. I need the center aisle to be clear so all the graduates can make their way up the center aisle. Let's make sure that center aisle is clear.